Welcome, gentle traveler, to the quiet embrace of night. Perhaps you are lying in bed, the world hushed around you, or maybe you are simply pausing, letting your thoughts drift like leaves on a slow, invisible current. Tonight, we will journey, together, not with rockets or telescopes, but with wonder, into the heart of darkness, to discover why the night sky is never truly dark. This is not a journey of engines and fuel, but of curiosity. We'll float on questions, letting them carry us outward, past the familiar constellations, beyond the reach of our sun, past the swirling arms of our galaxy, and into the deep, dark unknown. We'll ask questions that have haunted humanity for centuries. We'll listen for answers in the silence between the stars. Imagine for a moment the comfort of your room fading away. The walls dissolve, the ceiling lifts, and above you stretches the vast, ancient sky. Stars blink softly, scattered across a canvas so deep it seems endless. But is it? Does the universe go on forever? Or is there a boundary? A place where everything stops? What happens at the edge of the universe? And why, with so many stars, is the night sky not ablaze with light? Why, when you look up, do you see darkness between the stars, instead of a sky filled with endless brilliance? This is a question as old as wonder itself. For as long as there have been people to look up at the stars, there have been stories about what lies beyond. The edge is a mirror for our longing, a canvas for our wonder, a gentle invitation to ask, what if? The night sky is not just a ceiling, it is a horizon, a boundary between the known and the unknown, the safe and the mysterious. It is the first edge we ever meet. As you settle in, know that this space is for you, a place where science and imagination meet, where your mind can rest even as it wanders. Take a slow breath. Let the night wrap around you. The universe is waiting, and together we'll drift into its gentle darkness. But before we go, let's pause and look up. The journey begins not with a leap, but with a gaze, a simple act of wonder. What do you see when you look at the night sky? And what secrets does it hold about the nature of darkness and light? The night sky is the oldest storybook, its pages turned by every generation that has ever looked up in wonder. Before there were telescopes, before there were maps or even words for the stars, there was the simple act of gazing upward, letting the eyes adjust to the darkness, and feeling the world grow larger with every blink. The sky above is not just a ceiling. It is a horizon, a boundary between the known and the unknown, the safe and the mysterious. It is the first edge we ever meet. Imagine yourself lying on cool grass, the earth solid beneath you, the air tinged with the scent of night. Above, the sky stretches on and on, a deep velvet scattered with pinpricks of light. Some stars are bright and bold, others faint and shy, but all of them are ancient. Their light has traveled years, centuries, even millennia to reach you. Each star is a messenger from the past, a silent witness to the birth and death of worlds. For our ancestors, the night sky was a map and a mystery. They traced patterns in the stars, drawing lines between them to create stories, hunters and bears, queens and dragons, heroes and monsters. These constellations became guides for travelers, calendars for farmers, and comfort for dreamers. The sky was a clock, a compass, a canvas for the imagination. But it was also a horizon, a place where the world seemed to end and something else, something vast and unknowable, began. In every culture, the edge of the sky was a place of wonder and fear. Some believed the stars were holes in a great dome, letting the light of heaven shine through. Others imagined the sky as a river, its currents carrying the souls of the departed to distant shores. There were stories of gods who lived beyond the stars, of monsters who lurked at the edge, of heroes who dared to journey past the horizon and never returned. The night sky was both a promise and a warning. There is more than you can see, more than you can know. As science grew, so did our sense of the horizon. The invention of the telescope revealed that the sky was not a dome, but a vast expanse filled with countless stars, each a sun in its own right. The Milky Way, once thought to be a river of milk spilled across the heavens, was revealed to be a galaxy, a swirling city of stars, billions strong. And beyond our galaxy, more galaxies, each one a universe of its own, scattered across the darkness like islands in a cosmic sea. But even as our vision expanded, the sense of horizon remained. No matter how far we see, there is always a limit. A place where the light grows faint, where the stars blur into mist, where the questions outnumber the answers. The night sky is a reminder that every discovery brings a new edge, a new boundary to explore. Tonight, as you look up, let your eyes wander from star to star. Notice how some twinkle and others shine steady. Notice the way the sky seems to curve, wrapping around you like a gentle embrace. This is your first horizon, the edge of your world. Beyond it lies the unknown, the uncharted, the infinite. But the horizon is not just out there, in the sky. It is also within you, in the questions you ask, in the dreams you dare to dream. Every time you wonder what lies beyond the stars, you are reaching for the edge, stretching your mind to meet the universe. The night sky is both a mirror and a window, a reflection of your own curiosity and a portal to something greater. As you breathe in the quiet of the night, remember that you are not alone. All over the world, people are looking up at the same sky, tracing the same constellations, asking the same questions. The horizon connects us across time and space, across cultures and generations. It is the place where our stories begin and where they are always unfolding. The night sky is patient. It waits for you to notice, to wonder, to ask. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply is. A gentle invitation to explore, to imagine, to rest in the presence of something vast and beautiful. And so, as you lie here, let the horizon draw you in. Let it remind you that the universe is not a closed room, but an open field. That every edge is a beginning, not an end. That the night sky is not just a backdrop for your life, but a companion on your journey. Since the beginning of wonder, darkness has been a companion to every human life. Before the first stories were told, before the first fires were lit, there was night. It crept in as the sun slipped below the horizon, painting the world in shadow and mystery. The earliest people must have looked up and asked, why is the sky dark? Why, with so many stars, does the night not blaze with endless light? This question, so simple and so profound, has echoed through the ages, whispered by philosophers, poets, and scientists alike. Imagine a world before electricity, before city lights and glowing screens. Nightfall was a true transformation. The world shrank to the circle of a campfire, the flicker of a lantern, the warmth of a hearth. Beyond that small island of light, darkness stretched in every direction, deep and endless. The sky above was a tapestry of stars, more than could be counted, each one a tiny promise that the universe was alive and watching. Yet for all their number, the stars could not banish the dark. The spaces between them remained vast and black, a velvet sea in which the mind could drift and the heart could wonder. Children have always asked about the dark. Why does it come? Where does the sun go? Why do the stars not fill the sky with light? In every culture, darkness has been both a fear and a fascination. It is the unknown, the place where monsters might hide, but also the place where dreams are born. The night is a canvas for imagination, a stage for stories, a gentle invitation to rest and to question. Ancient thinkers tried to explain the darkness. Some believed the sky was a great dome, painted black and studded with stars. Others imagined that the sun traveled beneath the earth at night, lighting another world on the far side. In some traditions, darkness was a living thing, a spirit or a god, powerful and mysterious. In others, it was simply the absence of light, a natural part of the world's rhythm, as necessary as day. But the question remained, if the universe is filled with stars, why is the night sky not bright? If you could travel in any direction, would you eventually reach a wall of starlight? a place where the sky blazed with the combined glow of a million suns? Or is there something about the universe, its size, its age, its secrets, that keeps the night dark and gentle? As centuries passed, the question grew deeper. With the invention of the telescope, people saw more and more stars, fainter and farther than ever before. The Milky Way, once a cloudy river across the sky, was revealed to be a city of stars, so numerous that they seemed to blur together. And yet, the darkness remained. The more we saw, the more mysterious the night became. Philosophers pondered the paradox. If the universe is infinite and eternal, filled with stars in every direction, then every line of sight should end on a star. The sky should be as bright as the surface of the sun, day and night alike. But it is not. The night is dark, and the stars are scattered, their light gentle and rare. This puzzle became known as Olbers Paradox, named for the German astronomer who gave it its most famous form. It is a question that sits at the heart of our understanding of the cosmos, a riddle that links the darkness above to the deepest truths of space and time. But before science could answer, stories filled the gap. Darkness became a symbol, a metaphor, a character in the great play of existence. It was the place where heroes journeyed, where gods hid their secrets, where the soul could wander and return changed. The night was a time for magic, for transformation, for the quiet work of dreams. In the darkness, people found not just fear, but comfort, a sense of belonging to something larger, something eternal. As you lie here, let yourself feel the ancient question. Why is the night dark? Why do the stars not fill the sky with light? What secrets does the darkness hold? The answer is not simple, and it is not just scientific. It is woven into the fabric of the universe, into the stories we tell, into the way we see and feel and dream. The darkness is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of questions, full of gentle invitations to wonder. It is the space between the notes, the silence between the words, the pause that gives meaning to the song of the stars. The night is never truly dark, for it is alive with memory, with hope, with the quiet glow of distant suns. Tonight, as you rest, let the darkness wrap around you like a blanket. Let it hold your questions, your dreams, your gentle wonder. The night is not an absence, but a presence, a companion on your journey, a reminder that every question is a doorway, every mystery an invitation, every darkness a place where light is waiting to be found. And so, as we begin our journey into the heart of the night, remember the ancient question: why darkness? Why stars? Why wonder? The answers are waiting, scattered across the sky, hidden in the spaces between the stars. Shining softly in the gentle dark, imagine a single beam of starlight, born in the heart of a distant sun. It begins its journey in a place of unimaginable heat and pressure, where atoms collide and fuse, releasing energy that has traveled for thousands, even millions of years, just to reach the star's surface. There, at last, the light escapes, breaking free into the open sea of space. Its journey has only just begun. The universe is vast beyond imagining. The distances between stars are so great that even light, the fastest thing in existence, must be patient. When you look up at the night sky, you are not seeing the stars as they are, but as they were. The light from the nearest star, Proxima Centauri, takes more than 4 years to reach us. The glow of Sirius, the brightest star in our sky, began its journey over 8 years ago. The light from the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest galactic neighbor, left its home more than 2 million years before it touched your eyes. And the faintest galaxies, shimmering at the edge of the observable universe, sent their light billions of years ago, long before Earth was born. Starlight is a messenger from the past. Each photon carries with it the memory of its origin, the story of its star. Some of the light you see tonight began its journey before there were humans, before there were trees, before the continents had found their places. It has crossed the darkness, dodging dust and gas, slipping through the gravity of other stars and planets, sometimes bending, sometimes scattering, but always moving forward, always seeking a new pair of eyes to greet. As starlight travels, it changes. The universe is not still. It is expanding, stretching the very fabric of space. As the light moves, its waves are pulled longer, shifting from blue to red, from visible to invisible, from energy to memory. This gentle transformation is called redshift, and it is the universe's way of marking distance, of recording the passage of time, of whispering the secrets of the edge. But starlight is also fragile. Along its journey, it may be absorbed by clouds of dust, scattered by the thin gas that drifts between the stars, or lost in the glare of brighter neighbors. Some of the light never makes it, its story ending before it can be told. Yet enough survives to fill the night with wonder, to paint the sky with the soft glow of distant suns. When you gaze at the stars, you are looking into a time machine. The sky is a living record, a tapestry woven from the threads of light and time. Each point of light is a message from the past, a memory of a time when the universe was younger, denser, hotter. The farther you look, the farther back in time you see, until, at the very edge, you glimpse the faint afterglow of creation itself. The cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe. Starlight's journey is not just a story of distance, but of endurance. It is a testament to the patience of the cosmos, to the persistence of beauty, to the quiet hope that every story will find a listener. The light that reaches you tonight has survived countless obstacles, crossed unimaginable distances, and waited for ages just to be seen. In that moment, as it touches your eyes, the journey is complete, the story is told, the universe is made new, but the journey does not end there. The light that enters your eyes is absorbed, transformed, woven into your own story. It becomes part of your memory, your wonder, your dreams. You are not just a spectator, but a participant in the great dance of light and time. The universe is not something you observe from afar. It is something you join, something you shape, something you carry within you. As you lie here, let yourself feel the journey of starlight. Imagine the path it has taken, the obstacles it has overcome, the patience it has shown. Let it remind you that every moment is connected to every other, that the past is never truly gone, that the future is always waiting to be discovered. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is alive with the stories of a million suns, each one shining, each one waiting, each one calling you to wonder. Tonight, as you rest, let the starlight fill you with hope, with gratitude, with the quiet joy of being part of something vast and beautiful. The journey of light is the journey of life, a reminder that every story matters, every moment counts, every dream is worth the wait. The stars are not just distant fires, they are companions on your journey, guides in the darkness, friends in the gentle night. And so, as we continue our exploration, remember the journey of starlight. It is a story of patience, of endurance, of connection. It is the reason the night sky is never truly dark, the reason every question is a doorway, the reason every answer is a beginning. The light is always traveling, always arriving, always waiting to be seen. Imagine the night sky as a vast, dark ocean, and scattered across its surface are islands of light, each one a distant sun shining across unimaginable distances to reach your eyes. These suns are not just the familiar stars of our own neighborhood, but countless others, far beyond what the naked eye can see. Their glow is gentle, patient, and persistent, a quiet reminder that the universe is never truly empty, never truly dark. Each distant sun is a world unto itself, a furnace of nuclear fire burning steadily for millions or even billions of years. Some are young and blue, blazing with fierce energy. Others are old and red, their fires dimming as they drift toward the end of their lives. Some are giants, swelling to many times the size of our own sun, while others are tiny, faint dwarfs, barely clinging to existence. Yet, no matter their size or age, each sun sends its light outward, a beacon in the cosmic night. The journey of this light is long and uncertain. It leaves its home star, traveling at the speed of light, crossing the vast emptiness between the stars. Along the way, it may pass through clouds of dust and gas, its path bent and scattered, its color shifted by the expansion of the universe. Some of this light will never reach us, lost to the darkness or absorbed by the veils of interstellar matter. But some will survive, making the long journey across space and time to arrive at last on a quiet night, in a quiet place, where someone is looking up and wondering. When you gaze at the night sky, you are seeing the glow of these distant suns. Some are so far away that their light began its journey before there were humans, before there were trees, before the earth itself had formed. Their glow is ancient, a message from the deep past, a story written in photons and carried across the ages. Each star you see is a survivor, a witness to the unfolding of the universe, a companion in the darkness. But the glow of distant suns is not always obvious. Many are too faint to be seen without a telescope, their light lost in the gentle haze of the Milky Way or drowned out by the brightness of nearby stars. Yet their presence is felt in the soft, diffuse glow that fills the sky, in the subtle background light that never quite disappears, even on the darkest night. This is the integrated starlight of the universe, the combined glow of all the stars, near and far, shining together in a cosmic chorus. Astronomers call this the extragalactic background light, a faint, persistent glow that comes from all the stars and galaxies in the universe, both those we can see and those we cannot. It is the sum of countless journeys, the echo of a trillion suns, the gentle hum of creation itself. Even in the darkest places on Earth, far from city lights and human activity, this glow remains, a quiet testament to the persistence of light. The glow of distant suns is also a source of wonder. It is a reminder that the universe is vast and full of surprises, that there are worlds beyond our own, stories waiting to be discovered, mysteries waiting to be solved. It is an invitation to dream, to imagine what it would be like to visit those distant stars, to see their planets, to witness their sunrises and sunsets, to feel the warmth of their light on your face. As you lie here, let yourself be comforted by the glow of distant suns. Know that you are not alone in the darkness, that the universe is alive with light, with energy, with hope. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is filled with the gentle glow of a million distant suns, each one shining, each one calling you to wonder, to dream, to explore. Tonight, as you rest, let the light of the stars fill you with peace, with gratitude, with the quiet joy of being part of something vast and beautiful. The glow of distant suns is your inheritance, your connection to the cosmos, your reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is always light. The universe is waiting, and the next star is always just beyond the horizon, ready to share its story, ready to shine. Imagine lying beneath a clear, moonless sky, far from the city's glow, where the world feels ancient and quiet. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, a pale, misty band appears overhead, arching from horizon to horizon. This is the Milky Way, our home galaxy, a river of starlight so immense and so old that it has inspired awe in every culture that has ever looked up. For thousands of years, people have wondered what this glowing path might be. A trail of spilled milk, a celestial road, a bridge to the gods. But the truth is even more wondrous. The Milky Way is the combined light of billions of stars, woven together across the vastness of space. Our galaxy is a spiral, a grand pinwheel turning slowly in the darkness. Its arms are filled with stars, gas, dust, and the invisible pull of dark matter. The Sun is just one of hundreds of billions of stars, orbiting quietly in a suburban arm, far from the crowded center. When you look at the Milky Way, you are gazing into the heart of our galaxy, peering through layers of stars and clouds, seeing the light of worlds that may have lived and died long before our own began. The Milky Way is not just a backdrop for our lives. It is our cosmic address, our luminous home. Every atom in your body, every breath you take, every thought you think is part of this great galactic story. The elements that make up your bones and blood were forged in ancient stars, scattered across the galaxy by supernovae, gathered into clouds, and born again in new suns and planets. You are, quite literally, made of stardust, an echo of the Milky Way's endless cycle of creation and renewal. As you trace the Milky Way across the sky, you are seeing the light of stars at many different distances and ages. Some are close neighbors, their light only a few years old. Others are thousands of light years away, their glow a message from the distant past. The band itself is brightest toward the constellation Sagittarius, where the galaxy's core lies hidden behind thick clouds of dust. There, at the center, a supermassive black hole anchors the Milky Way, its gravity shaping the orbits of stars and the flow of time itself. But the Milky Way is not a solid thing. It is a tapestry, a web, a dance of light and shadow. Between the stars are vast clouds of gas and dust, dark lanes that block the light and create the patterns we see. These clouds are nurseries, places where new stars are born, where planets form, where the next chapter of the galaxy's story begins. The Milky Way is alive, always changing, always growing, always reaching for the next horizon. For ancient peoples, the Milky Way was a source of stories and dreams. The Greeks called it Galaxias Kyklos, the Milky Circle, and imagined it as the milk of the goddess Hera. The Chinese saw it as the Silver River, a path for lovers separated by the sky. In Australia, Aboriginal peoples saw the dark lanes as emus and serpents, their stories written in the spaces between the stars. Every culture found meaning in the Milky Way, a reminder that we are all connected by the same river of light. Today, we know that the Milky Way is just one of trillions of galaxies, each with its own stars, its own stories, its own mysteries. But for us it is home. It is the light that fills our sky, the source of our elements, the stage for our lives. When you look at the Milky Way, you are looking into the heart of your own existence, seeing the threads that bind you to the universe. The Milky Way is also a reminder of the darkness. For all its brilliance, much of the galaxy is hidden from view, its light blocked by dust, its secrets waiting to be discovered. The night sky is never truly dark, for the Milky Way is always there, even when you cannot see it. Its light scattered, its story whispered in the gentle glow that fills the night. As you rest beneath the stars, let the Milky Way remind you of your place in the cosmos. You are part of something vast and beautiful, a story that began long before you and will continue long after. The galaxy is your home, your heritage, your hope. Its light is your light. Its journey your journey. Its wonder your wonder. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, imagine yourself floating along the river of stars, carried by the gentle current of the Milky Way. Let its light fill you with peace, with gratitude, with the quiet joy of belonging. The night sky is never truly dark, for the Milky Way is always shining, always calling you home. And as you dream, remember, you are a child of the galaxy, a traveler on the road of light, a part of the luminous story that is the Milky Way. Imagine the night sky as a vast, dark ocean, and the Milky Way as a glowing island in the middle of it, a place of comfort and familiarity, a luminous home. But beyond the gentle glow of our own galaxy, the universe stretches on, deeper and farther than the eye can see. Out there, in the darkness beyond sight, are other galaxies, trillions of them, each a swirling city of stars, each with its own stories, its own mysteries, its own light. For most of human history, we did not know these other galaxies existed. The stars we saw were all part of our own Milky Way, and the faint, cloudy patches in the sky were thought to be nearby clouds of gas or clusters of stars. It was only with the invention of the telescope and the patient work of astronomers that we began to realize the true scale of the cosmos. The Andromeda Galaxy, once called the Great Nebula, was revealed to be a separate galaxy, millions of light years away. A vast spiral of stars, much like our own, shining across the gulf of space. Andromeda is just the beginning. As our instruments grew more powerful, we discovered that the universe is filled with galaxies, spirals, ellipticals, irregulars, each one a collection of billions or even trillions of stars. Some are close neighbors, their light reaching us. after a mere few million years. Others are so distant that their light began its journey when the universe was young, when the first stars were just beginning to shine. The farther we look, the farther back in time we see, until the faintest smudges on our deepest images are the echoes of galaxies that existed billions of years ago. These galaxies beyond sight are not just distant, they are ancient. Their light has traveled across the expanding universe, stretched and softened by the journey, redshifted into invisibility. Some are hidden behind clouds of dust, their glow absorbed and re-emitted as faint warmth. Others are simply too far, their light too weak, their stories lost in the gentle hum of the cosmic background. Yet, even though we cannot see them, we know they are there. Their gravity tugs on the galaxies we can see, shaping the cosmic web, weaving the universe into a vast, interconnected tapestry. The Hubble Deep Field, one of the most famous images in astronomy, is a window into this unseen universe. Astronomers pointed the Hubble Space Telescope at a tiny, empty patch of sky, no bigger than a grain of sand held at arm's length, and let it collect light for days. The result was astonishing. Thousands of galaxies, each a tiny island of light, each a world unto itself. Multiply that patch by the whole sky and you begin to glimpse the true scale of the cosmos. Hundreds of billions of galaxies, each with its own stars, its own planets, its own possibilities. But even the Hubble Deep Field is just a beginning. New telescopes, like the James Webb Space Telescope, are peering even farther, capturing the faintest whispers of light from the first galaxies, the first stars, the first moments after the Big Bang. These galaxies are so distant that their light has been traveling for more than 13 billion years, crossing a universe that has grown and changed along the way. Some of these ancient galaxies no longer exist, their stars long gone, their light the only memory of their presence. The galaxies beyond sight are a reminder of the universe's vastness, its mystery, its beauty. They are the reason the night sky is never truly dark, for their light, though faint, fills the cosmos with a gentle glow. Even in the deepest darkness, there is always more to discover, always more to imagine, always more to love. As you lie here, let your thoughts drift beyond the Milky Way, beyond the stars you know, into the darkness where unseen galaxies spin and shine. Imagine the stories they hold, the lives, the worlds, the dreams that may have flickered and faded long before our own began. The universe is not empty. It is alive with light, with memory, with hope. The galaxies beyond sight are not just distant objects. They are invitations to wonder. They remind us that our place in the cosmos is both small and precious, that we are part of a story that is always unfolding, always growing, always reaching for the next horizon. The night sky is never truly dark, for even in the places where your eyes see only blackness, the light of a trillion galaxies is waiting, whispering, calling you to dream. Tonight, as you rest, let the darkness fill you with curiosity, with gratitude, with the quiet joy of being part of something vast and beautiful. The galaxies beyond sight are your companions, your teachers, your friends in the gentle night. Their light is your light, their journey your journey, their wonder your wonder. And as you drift into sleep, remember, the universe is always larger than you can see, always brighter than you can imagine, always waiting for you to look a little deeper, to dream a little farther, to love a little more. Imagine the universe as a vast, silent cathedral, its walls stretching beyond sight, its ceiling lost in shadow. In this cathedral, there is a faint, ancient glow, a light so soft, so subtle, that it is almost a memory. This is the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe, a gentle afterglow from the dawn of time itself. It is everywhere, filling the sky, not as a bright flash, but as a soft, uniform glow, visible only to sensitive instruments. It is the universe's oldest photograph, a baby picture taken when everything was new. In its subtle patterns, astronomers find clues to the universe's age, its shape, its fate. Tiny ripples in the background reveal the seeds of galaxies, the fingerprints of gravity, the echoes of creation. Long before there were stars, before galaxies spun and planets formed, the universe was a hot, dense sea of energy. In those first moments, light could not travel far, trapped by a fog of particles, scattered and absorbed, unable to escape. The cosmos was a glowing soup, thick with possibility, but blind to its own beauty. But as the universe expanded and cooled, something miraculous happened. About 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the fog lifted, atoms formed, and light was set free, racing outward in all directions. This ancient light is still with us, stretched and cooled by the expansion of the universe. We call it the cosmic microwave background, a faint glow that fills the sky, a snapshot of the universe as it was in its infancy. When we look at the cosmic microwave background, we are looking at the edge of the visible universe. The farthest we can see, the oldest light that has reached us. It is a boundary not of space, but of time. Beyond it, the universe is hidden, its earliest moments forever out of reach. This faint glow is a message from the edge, a reminder that the universe has a history, a beginning, a story written in light. It tells us that the edge is not a place, but a moment, a time when the universe became transparent, and the first light began its journey to us. The discovery of the cosmic microwave background was a turning point in our understanding of the cosmos. It confirmed the Big Bang, the idea that the universe had a beginning, a moment of creation. It showed that the universe is not eternal and unchanging, but dynamic, evolving, alive. The background is a gentle echo, a soft reminder that everything we see, everything we are, began in a single brilliant moment. But the cosmic microwave background is also a horizon, a limit to our vision. Beyond it, the universe is hidden, its earliest moments lost in the glare of creation. We can never see past this light, never glimpse the first instant, the true beginning. The edge is not a wall, but a veil, a soft curtain drawn across the stage of time. Yet, for all its distance, the background is intimate. It is the light that fills your room, the glow that warms your skin, the hum that sings in every atom. It is the universe's lullaby, a song of beginnings, a promise that you are part of something vast and beautiful. As you rest, let the oldest light wash over you. Imagine the universe as it was, hot, bright, full of promise. Imagine the first atoms forming, the first light escaping, the first stories being written in the language of photons. The cosmic microwave background is a bridge across time, a connection to the moment when everything began. The background is not just a relic, it is a guide. It points the way to the universe's secrets, its mysteries, its future. In its patterns, scientists find the clues to dark matter, dark energy, the fate of the cosmos. The oldest light is a map, a record, a gentle invitation to wonder. And so, as you lie here, let the cosmic microwave background remind you that the universe is old but never finished, that every moment is a beginning, every photon a story, every edge a new horizon. The oldest light is still traveling, still singing, still calling you to dream. The next step in our journey is to look at the puzzle that has haunted astronomers for centuries. If the universe is filled with so many stars, why is the night sky not ablaze with light? Why, in a cosmos so full of brilliance, does darkness remain? The answer lies in the story of the cosmic microwave background, in the expansion of space, and in the gentle fading of light across the ages. The night sky is never truly dark, for the oldest light is always with us, whispering the secrets of creation, inviting us to wonder, to dream, to rest in the gentle glow of the universe's first dawn. Since the earliest days of wonder, the darkness of the night sky has been a puzzle that quietly haunted the minds of those who dared to look up. If the universe is filled with stars, countless scattered in every direction, why is the night not ablaze with their light? Why, when you gaze upward, do you see darkness between the stars instead of a sky as bright as the surface of the sun? This question, so simple and so profound, became known as Olbers Paradox, named for the German astronomer Heinrich Wilhelm Olbers, who gave it its most famous form in the early 19th century. But the paradox itself is much older, whispered by philosophers and poets long before it had a name. Imagine for a moment a universe that is infinite, eternal, and unchanging. In such a cosmos, every line of sight from your eye should eventually land on the surface of a star. The sky in every direction would be filled with starlight, and the night would be as bright as day. There would be no darkness, no gentle velvet. Between the stars, no mystery in the spaces where your eyes wander and your dreams take flight. The universe would be a furnace, a sea of endless brilliance, a place where night could never fall. But this is not the world we know. The night sky is dark and the stars are scattered, their light gentle and rare. The spaces between them are vast and black, a canvas for wonder, a stage for dreams. The paradox is clear. If the universe is infinite and filled with stars, why is the night not bright? What keeps the darkness alive? What preserves the quiet? What allows the stars to shine in solitude? For centuries, thinkers tried to answer this riddle. Some believed that dust and gas between the stars might block the light, absorbing it and keeping the night dark. But this explanation only deepened the mystery, for the dust itself would eventually heat up and glow, filling the sky with its own light. Others suggested that perhaps the stars were not eternal, that they had not always been shining, that the universe itself had a beginning, a moment before which there was only darkness. The true solution to Olbers' paradox is woven into the fabric of the universe itself. The cosmos is not infinite in age. It had a beginning, a moment of creation, a time when the first stars were born. The light from the most distant stars has not had time to reach us, for the universe is only about 13.8 billion years old. Beyond a certain distance, there are no stars to see, only the gentle afterglow of the Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe. But there is another reason, just as important. The universe is expanding, and as it grows, the light from distant galaxies is stretched, its waves lengthened, its energy faded. This redshift pushes the light beyond the visible, turning it into a faint whisper, a memory of brilliance that fills the night with a gentle glow. The farther a star, the more its light is stretched, until it disappears from view, lost in the background hum of creation. Olbers' paradox is not just a scientific puzzle. It is a doorway to wonder. It reminds us that the darkness is not empty, but full of stories, full of history, full of the quiet work of time. The night sky is dark because the universe is young, because the stars are not eternal, because the cosmos is alive and changing. The darkness is a gift, a space for dreams, a place where the light of a million suns can shine in solitude. As you lie here, let yourself feel the beauty of the paradox. The night is not a failure of the stars, but a triumph of the universe's story. The darkness is not an absence, but a presence, a gentle reminder that every question is a doorway, every mystery an invitation, every answer a beginning. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is alive with the memory of light, the promise of dawn, the quiet hope that every story will find its listener. Tonight, as you rest, let Olbers' paradox fill you with gratitude, with curiosity, with the quiet joy of not knowing. The universe is vast, but your place within it is precious. The darkness is always moving, always inviting, always waiting for you to ask, why? And in that question, the journey continues. The next step in our adventure is to follow the fading of light itself, to see how distance and time transform the universe's brilliance into the gentle glow that fills the night. Imagine the night sky as a grand stage, the stars as actors, and the darkness between them as the velvet curtain that both reveals and conceals the cosmic play. But this darkness is not empty. It is woven with threads of interstellar dust, tiny grains of carbon, silicates, and ice drifting through the vast spaces between stars. These grains are so small that a single one could fit inside a cell. Yet together they shape the very look and feel of the universe. They are the shadows and veils that soften the starlight, the gentle hands that sculpt the night. Interstellar. Dust is born in the hearts of dying stars. When a star like our sun nears the end of its life, it swells and sheds its outer layers, sending clouds of gas and dust into space. Supernovae, the explosive deaths of massive stars, scatter heavier, elements across the galaxy, seeding the cosmos with the raw materials for new worlds. Over millions of years, these grains drift and gather, forming clouds that can stretch for light years, darkening the sky and hiding the stars behind them. When you look up at the Milky Way on a clear night, you may notice dark lanes cutting through the glowing band. These are not empty spaces, but rivers of dust, blocking the light of distant stars. In some places, the dust is so thick that it forms dark nebulae, cosmic clouds that swallow starlight, creating pockets of pure shadow. Yet within these shadows, new stars are born. The dust cools and clumps, collapsing under its own gravity, igniting the fires of creation. Every star, every planet, every living thing owes its existence to the dust that drifts through the galaxy. But dust does more than hide and create. It transforms the light that passes through it. As starlight travels across the galaxy, it encounters clouds of dust, which scatter and absorb the shorter, bluer wavelengths, letting the redder light slip through. This is why distant stars and galaxies often appear redder than they truly are. Ayaotsao, cosmic sunset, painted by the dust between us and them. The effect is subtle, but profound. It is a reminder that what we see is always filtered, always shaped by the journey the light has taken. Interstellar dust is also a source of beauty. In the Orion Nebula, the Horsehead Nebula, and countless other cosmic wonders, dust and gas swirl together in intricate patterns, glowing with the light of newborn stars. These nebulae are the nurseries of the universe, places where the next generation of suns and planets is taking shape. The dust glows in the infrared, invisible to our eyes but revealed by special telescopes, painting the sky with colors and shapes that are both alien and familiar. Yet for all its beauty, dust is a veil. It hides as much as it reveals. There are places in the galaxy where entire clusters of stars are hidden from view, their light swallowed by clouds of dust. Astronomers must use every tool at their disposal, radio waves, infrared light, X-rays, to peer through the veils and glimpse the secrets beyond. The darkness between the stars is not a void, but a tapestry, woven with the threads of creation and mystery. As you lie here, let yourself imagine the journey of a single grain of dust. Born in the heart of a dying star, it drifts for millions of years, carried by the winds of the galaxy, joining with others to form clouds, nebulae, and eventually, perhaps, a new world. That grain may one day become part of a planet, a flower, a thought. The dust between the stars is the dust within you, the ancient memory of creation, the promise of new beginnings. The night sky is never truly dark, for even in the deepest shadows, there is light waiting to be born. The dust that veils the stars is also the dust that makes them possible. The darkness is not an absence, but a presence, a gentle reminder that every shadow is a place where light is waiting to emerge. Tonight, as you rest, let the veils of interstellar dust wrap around you like a blanket. Let them hold your dreams, your questions, your gentle wonder. The universe is full of shadows, but it is also full of light. The night is never empty, never silent, never still. It is alive with the dance of dust and stars, the endless play of creation and concealment, the quiet promise that every darkness holds the seed of a new dawn. And so, as we continue our journey, remember the dust. It is the artist of the night, the sculptor of shadows, the silent companion of every star. The next time you look up and see the darkness between the stars, know that you are seeing the work of a million ancient hands, weaving the universe into a tapestry of light and shadow, wonder and hope. Imagine standing on a world not your own, beneath a sky that is both familiar and utterly strange. The night air is cool, the ground beneath your feet is alien, and above you, the stars shine in unfamiliar patterns. Perhaps there are two moons, or none at all. Perhaps the sky glows with colors you have never seen, or is veiled in perpetual twilight. The night sky, so constant on Earth, is a living canvas that changes from world to world, each planet painting its own version of darkness and light. On Mars, the night sky is a pale salmon pink by day, but as the sun sets, it deepens to a dusky gray. The stars are sharp and clear, unblinking in the thin air, Two tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, race across the sky, their orbits so fast that they rise and set in a matter of hours. Sometimes a dust storm sweeps the horizon, turning the stars into faint ghosts behind a veil of red. The Milky Way is visible, but it is a thinner, more delicate band than on Earth, a reminder that even in the same galaxy, the night can look so different. On the moon, the sky is always black, even at noon. There is no air to scatter sunlight, no atmosphere to paint the sky blue. The stars are always present, even when the sun is shining, but they are hard to see against the glare. The Earth hangs in the sky, a blue and white marble, rising and setting only once a month. The shadows are sharp, the silence profound. The night is not a time, but a place, a permanent backdrop to the drama of light and shadow. On a planet orbiting a distant star, the night sky might be filled with colors unknown to human eyes. If the star is red, the sky at dusk could glow with crimson and gold. If the planet has a thick atmosphere, the stars might twinkle and dance, their light bent and scattered in strange ways. Perhaps there are rings, casting shadows across the land, or auroras that shimmer from pole to pole, painting the darkness with curtains of green and purple fire. Imagine a world in a crowded star cluster, where the night is never truly dark. Dozens of suns might rise and set, their light overlapping, their colors blending. The sky would be alive with motion, with brightness, with the constant presence of other worlds. Or picture a planet in the outer reaches of a galaxy, where the stars are few and far between, and the darkness is deeper than any night on Earth. There, the Milky Way would be a faint memory, a distant glow on the horizon, and the sky would be filled with the cold light of ancient galaxies. Even on Earth, the night sky is not the same everywhere. Near the equator, the Milky Way arches high overhead, a river of light from horizon to horizon. In the far north or south, the sky is circled by the slow dance of the stars around the pole. In the city, the stars are drowned by the glow of a million lights. But in the desert, on the ocean, or atop a mountain, the darkness returns, and the sky is filled with wonders. The night sky is shaped by more than just the stars. It is sculpted by the air, by the dust, by the weather, by the seasons. It is a living thing, always changing, always new. On some worlds, the night might last for months, the sun rising only once in a great while. On others, day and night might blend together, the sky never fully dark, never fully bright. As you lie here, let yourself imagine the night sky on 1,000 different worlds. Picture the colors, the patterns, the moons and rings and auroras. Imagine the stories that might be told beneath those skies, the dreams that might be dreamed, the questions that might be asked. The universe is vast, and every world is a new canvas, a new invitation to wonder. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is always filled with the light of a million possibilities. Every world, every sky, every night is a reminder that the universe is alive with beauty, with mystery, with hope. The darkness is not an absence, but a presence, a gentle promise that there is always more to see, more to imagine, more to love. Tonight, as you rest, let your thoughts drift to distant worlds, to skies you have never seen, to nights that are both strange and familiar. The universe is waiting, and the next horizon is always just beyond your reach. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is alive with the dreams of 1,000 worlds, each one shining, each one calling you to wonder, to hope, to dream. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself in perfect darkness. At first, there is nothing. No shapes, no colors, only the gentle pressure of your eyelids and the quiet hum of your own breath. But slowly, as you open your eyes and let them adjust, the world begins to return. Shadows take shape, faint glimmers appear, and the darkness is not as complete as it once seemed. This is the quiet magic of the human eye, a living instrument tuned by evolution to find light in the gentlest, gloom to see hope in the heart of the night. The human eye is a marvel of adaptation. In bright sunlight, it contracts, narrowing the pupil to a tiny point, protecting the delicate cells within. But in darkness, The pupil widens, opening like a window to let in every possible photon. The retina, a thin layer of tissue at the back of the eye, is lined with millions of cells, rods and cones, each with its own special job. The cones are for color and detail, thriving in the day, painting the world in vivid hues. The rods, more numerous and more sensitive, are the guardians of the night. They cannot see color, but they can sense the faintest glimmer, the softest whisper of starlight. As you lie in the dark, your eyes begin a slow transformation. The rods awaken, their sensitivity increasing 1,000-fold. This process, called dark adaptation, takes time, 20 minutes, sometimes more. At first, you see only the brightest stars, the boldest shapes. But as the minutes pass, the sky fills with more and more light, until the Milky Way itself becomes visible, a river of stars flowing across the heavens. The darkness is not empty. It is alive with hidden wonders, waiting for your eyes to find them. But the eye is not just a passive receiver. It is an interpreter, a storyteller, a dreamer. The brain takes the signals from the rods and cones and weaves them into a picture, filling in gaps, enhancing contrasts, creating meaning from the faintest clues. In the dark, your mind becomes more sensitive, more imaginative, more attuned to the subtle play of light and shadow. You begin to see patterns in the stars, faces in the clouds, stories in the darkness. The night becomes a canvas for your imagination, a place where reality and dream blend together. The limits of the human eye are also part of its beauty. We cannot see the ultraviolet glow of young stars, the infrared warmth of distant galaxies, the X-rays from black holes. But we can sense the presence of these hidden lights, feel their influence, imagine their stories. The darkness is not a failure of vision, but an invitation to wonder, to reach beyond what is visible, to dream of what might be. Throughout history, people have tried to extend the reach of their eyes. They built fires to push back the night, invented lanterns and candles, created telescopes to peer deeper into the sky. Each new tool revealed more light, more stars, more mysteries. But even with the most powerful instruments, there is always a limit, always a horizon, always a place where the darkness returns. The night sky is never truly dark, for the eye is always searching, always hoping, always finding new wonders in the gentle gloom. As you lie here, let yourself marvel at the gift of sight. Think of the journey each photon has taken, from the heart of a distant star, across the vastness of space, through the veils of dust and gas, finally to your eye. Think of the patience of your rods, the creativity of your brain, the quiet joy of seeing in the dark. The universe is not just out there, it is within you, painted on the canvas of your mind, illuminated by the light you carry inside. The next time you find yourself in darkness, remember that you are not alone. Your eyes are with you, your mind is with you, the stars are with you. The night is not an enemy, but a companion, a gentle guide, a patient teacher, a source of endless wonder. The darkness is never complete, for you are always there, seeing, dreaming, hoping, loving. Tonight, as you rest, let your eyes adjust to the darkness. Let them find the hidden stars, the secret shapes, the quiet beauty that fills the night. The sky is never truly dark, for your eyes are always searching, always finding, always bringing light to the gentle gloom. The universe is waiting, and your vision is the key. Imagine a song played on a distant shore, its melody carried across a vast empty sea. As the sound travels, it softens, its notes stretched and slowed by the journey, until only the faintest echo reaches your ear. This is what happens to light as it travels across the universe. The farther it goes, the more it changes, its color shifting, its energy fading, its story rewritten by the very fabric of space and time. This gentle transformation is called redshift, and it is the universe's way of marking distance, of recording the passage of time, of whispering the secrets of the edge. Redshift is a simple idea with profound consequences. When a source of light moves away from you, its waves are stretched, just as the sound of a receding train drops in pitch. In the universe, it is not just the motion of galaxies that causes redshift, but the expansion of space itself. As the universe grows, it pulls the light along, stretching its waves, shifting its color from blue to red, from visible to invisible, from energy to memory. The galaxies at the brink, those farthest beacons, send us their light across billions of years. But by the time it arrives, it is not the same as when it began. The light has been stretched by the swelling of the cosmos, its color shifted deep into the red, sometimes beyond what our eyes can see. What began as a brilliant blue-white blaze may reach us as a faint infrared whisper, a ghost of its former self. This stretching of light is not just a curiosity, it is a cosmic clock, a ruler for measuring the universe. By studying the redshift of distant galaxies, astronomers can tell how fast the universe is expanding, how old it is, how far its edges reach. Each redshifted photon is a message from the past, a record of the universe's growth, a clue to its fate. But redshift is also a gentle thief. As light is stretched, its energy fades. The farther it travels, the dimmer it becomes, until at last it slips beyond the reach of our instruments, lost in the background hum of creation. Some galaxies are so distant, their light so redshifted, that they are invisible to even our most sensitive telescopes. Their stories are out there, waiting, but the universe's expansion has hidden them from view, tucked them away beyond the cosmic horizon. This fading of light is the universe's way of drawing a boundary. Not a wall, but a soft blur, a place where vision gives way to imagination. The edge is not sharp, but gentle. A transition from the known to the unknown, from the seen to the dreamed. It is a reminder that every discovery brings a new mystery, every answer a new question, every horizon a new edge. As you lie here, think of all the light that has traveled to meet you. Each photon is a story, a memory, a whisper from the past. Some began their journey before Earth was born, before the sun was kindled, before the Milky Way had found its shape. Their light has crossed the universe, dodging dust and darkness, stretched and softened by the expansion of space, until at last it finds you, here now, listening in the quiet of the night. Redshift is not just a scientific tool. It is a poem, a song of distance and longing, a record of the universe's restless heart. It tells us that the cosmos is alive, that it is growing, that it is filled with more than we can ever see. It is the invitation to wonder, to ask, to reach beyond the limits of sight and into the realm of imagination. But redshift is also a promise. It means that the universe is not static, not frozen, but alive with motion and change. It means that every night when you look up at the stars, you are seeing a living history, a tapestry woven from the threads of time and light. It means that the edge of the universe is not a wall, but a moving horizon, always receding, always inviting you to wonder what lies beyond. The fading of light is not an ending, but a beginning. It is the place where science and imagination meet, where knowledge gives way to curiosity, where the universe hands you the pen and asks you to write the next chapter. The edge is always moving, always changing, always waiting for you to follow as you rest. Let your thoughts drift with the redshifted light. Imagine yourself riding a photon, slipping through the darkness, crossing the gulf between galaxies, carrying with you the memory of a star, the hope of a new dawn. The universe is vast, but light is patient. The edge is far, but every journey begins with a single step, a single beam, a single question. What stories will the next photon bring? What secrets will the next horizon reveal? The redshift and the fading of light are nature's gentle reminders that the universe is always growing, always changing, always inviting you to dream. And so, as you lie here, let the gentle law of light guide you onward, toward the next edge, the next question, the next wonder waiting in the darkness. There is a moment each day when the world seems to hold its breath, when the sun slips below the horizon and the sky is painted with colors that exist nowhere else. This is twilight, the gentle threshold between day and night, a time when the boundaries blur and the ordinary becomes magical. Dusk is not just the fading of light, but the birth of a new kind of beauty, a poetry written in shadows and soft glow, in the hush that settles over the land as the stars prepare to wake. Twilight is a painter, and its palette is endless. The sky glows with gold and rose, lavender and indigo, colors that shift and deepen with every passing minute. Clouds catch the last rays of the sun, their edges lit with fire, while the world below is bathed in a gentle, forgiving light. Trees become silhouettes, their branches etched against the sky. The air cools, the wind softens, and the first stars begin to appear, shy and tentative, as if testing the waters of the coming night. For poets and dreamers, twilight is a time of reflection, of longing, of hope. It is the hour when memories rise, when the heart grows quiet, when the mind drifts between what has been and what is yet to come. The day's worries fade, replaced by a sense of peace, a gentle acceptance of the world's impermanence. In the soft light of dusk, everything seems possible, and the darkness that follows is not a threat, but a promise, a space for dreams, for rest, for renewal. Dusk is also a time of transition for the natural world. Birds sing their last songs, calling to each other as they settle in for the night. Flowers close their petals, and nocturnal creatures begin to stir. The world is alive with quiet activity, a hidden dance that unfolds in the shadows. The first fireflies blink in the grass, their tiny lights echoing the stars above. The scent of earth and leaves grows stronger, carried on the cool evening breeze. In many cultures, twilight is a sacred time, a moment for prayer, for gratitude, for connection. It is the hour of the Angelus, the time when lamps are lit, when families gather, when stories are told. The boundary between day and night is thin, and it is said that the veil between worlds is thinner too, that spirits walk, that dreams are closer, that wishes whispered at dusk are more likely to come. True. The poetry of twilight is not just in the colors or the quiet, but in the feeling it brings, a sense of belonging to something larger, something eternal. It is a reminder that endings are also beginnings, that every day is a cycle, a journey from light to dark, and back again. The sky at dusk is a living metaphor, a story written in light and shadow, a gentle lesson in the art of letting go. As you lie here, let yourself drift into the poetry of twilight. Remember the evenings you have watched the sky change, the moments you have felt the world grow softer, kinder, more mysterious. Let the colors and the quiet fill you with peace, with gratitude, with the quiet joy of being alive. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is born from the beauty of dusk, from the promise of twilight, from the endless dance of day and night. Tonight, as you rest, let the poetry of twilight carry you into sleep. Let it remind you that every ending is a beginning, that every darkness is filled with light, that every moment is a chance to dream. The universe is a poem, and you are part of its story, a verse written in the gentle glow of dusk. Since the dawn of language, the night sky has been a canvas for the stories of humanity. Before science, before telescopes, before even the written word, people looked up and saw not just stars, but meaning. The darkness above was alive with gods and monsters, heroes and lovers, omens and dreams. Every culture, every tribe, every family has woven its own myths into the fabric of the night, turning the sky into a living memory, a map of wonder and belonging. Imagine a time when the only light after sunset was the flicker of a fire. The world beyond the circle of warmth was vast and unknown, and the sky above was a mystery. In that darkness, the stars became companions, guides for travelers, clocks for farmers, storytellers for children. The constellations were not just patterns, but characters in an endless play. Orion the hunter, chasing the Pleiades across the heavens. The Great Bear circling the pole. The Milky Way, a river of souls, a path for gods, a bridge between worlds. In ancient Greece, the night sky was a stage for the dramas of Olympus. The gods placed their favorites among the stars, immortalizing their triumphs and tragedies. In Egypt, the stars were the souls of the dead, sailing with Ra through the underworld. In China, the sky was a great tapestry, each star a thread in the emperor's robe, each constellation a symbol of fate and fortune. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia saw the dark spaces between the stars as emus and serpents, their stories written not in light, but in shadow. The night sky was also a calendar, a compass, a guide for survival. The rising of Sirius marked the flooding of the Nile. The appearance of certain constellations signaled the time to plant or harvest, to hunt or to rest. The stars were teachers, their lessons passed down through generations, their wisdom woven into the rhythms of daily life. But the sky was more than practical. It was a place of longing, of hope, of memory. Lovers promised to meet under the same stars, no matter how far apart. Warriors prayed to the heavens before battle. Parents told their children that the souls of the departed watched over them from above. The night was a time for stories, for dreams, for the gentle work of remembering. As centuries passed and science grew, the myths did not disappear. They changed shape, finding new life in poetry, in art, in the quiet moments when we look up and feel small and connected all at once. The constellations still carry their ancient names, their stories echoing in the language of astronomers and dreamers alike. The night sky is a living archive, a memory palace where the past is always present, where every star is a reminder of those who have come before. Even now, in a world of city lights and glowing screens, the night sky calls to us. We gather for meteor showers, for eclipses, for the rare dance of planets. We make wishes on shooting stars. We search for meaning in the patterns above. The myths may be quieter, but they are not gone. They live in the stories we tell our children, in the songs we sing, in the silent awe that fills us when we see the Milky Way on a dark, clear night. Memory, too, is written in the stars. The sky you see tonight is not the same as the one your ancestors saw, but it is connected by light, by time, by wonder. The photons that touch your eyes began their journey long ago, carrying with them the memory of creation, the echo of ancient fires. When you look up, you are looking back, not just in distance, but in history, in story, in the shared experience of being human. As you lie here, let the myths and memories of the night sky fill you with peace. Remember the stories you have heard, the dreams you have dreamed, the moments you have felt the world grow larger and more mysterious. The darkness above is not empty. It is full of meaning, full of hope, full of the gentle presence of all who have ever wondered. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is alive with memory, with myth, with the quiet promise that you are part of something vast and beautiful. The stories of the stars are your stories. The dreams of the night are your dreams. The gentle darkness is your home. Tonight, as you rest, let the sky hold your memories, your questions, your wonder. The universe is waiting, and the next story is always about to begin. There are nights when the sky becomes a stage for wonders, when the darkness is not just a backdrop for stars, but a living canvas for light and motion. These are the nights of auroras, meteors, and other nighttime marvels. Moments when the universe reminds us that it is alive, dynamic, and full of surprises. Even in the deepest hours, when the world is quiet and most are asleep, the sky is busy with its own secret celebrations. Imagine standing beneath the northern or southern lights, the aurora borealis or aurora australis. The air is crisp, the world hushed, and above you, curtains of green, pink, and violet ripple and dance across the sky. These lights are born from the sun's restless energy, carried on the solar wind and funneled by Earth's magnetic field toward the poles. When these charged particles collide with the gases in our atmosphere, they release their energy as shimmering light. The result is a cosmic ballet, a silent symphony that has inspired awe and wonder for as long as humans have watched the sky. Auroras are not just beautiful, they are a reminder of our connection to the wider universe. They show us that the sun and Earth are in constant conversation, that the boundaries between worlds are porous, that the night is never truly still. In ancient times, people saw the auroras as omens, as messages from the gods, as the spirits of ancestors dancing in the sky. Today we understand the science, but the magic remains. To witness an aurora is to feel the universe reaching out, painting the darkness with its own luminous hand. Then there are the meteors, the shooting stars that streak across the night, sudden and fleeting, gone before you can make a wish. Most meteors are tiny, no bigger than a grain of sand, but as they plunge into Earth's atmosphere at tremendous speed, they burn with a brief, brilliant light. On some nights, during meteor showers, the sky is alive with dozens or even hundreds of these fiery visitors, each one a reminder that the solar system is full of motion, full of stories, full of the debris of creation. Meteor showers have their own rhythms, their own names. The Perseids in August, the Geminids in December, the Leonids in November. Each shower is a gift from a passing comet, a trail of dust and rock left behind as the comet circles the sun. When Earth crosses these trails, the sky comes alive, and for a few precious hours, the darkness is filled with falling stars. People gather in fields and on rooftops, wrapped in blankets, eyes turned upward, waiting for the next flash of light, the next moment of wonder. But the night sky holds other marvels too. Sometimes the moon glows red during a lunar eclipse, as Earth's shadow passes across its face. Sometimes the planets align, shining together in a rare and beautiful conjunction. Sometimes a comet appears, its tail stretching across the sky, a visitor from the farthest reaches of the solar system. Each of these events is a reminder that the universe is not static, not silent, but alive with change, with movement, with possibility. Even the ordinary night is full of subtle wonders. The twinkling of stars, caused by the ever-shifting air of our atmosphere. The slow drift of satellites, tiny points of light moving steadily across the sky. The glow of air glow, a faint greenish light caused by chemical reactions high above the Earth. The night is never empty, never still, never truly dark. As you lie here, let yourself remember the wonders you have seen. The auroras that danced. Above you, the meteors that flashed and faded. The eclipses and comets and alignments that filled you with awe. Let yourself imagine the wonders you have yet to see. The nights when the sky will surprise you. The moments when the universe will reveal its secrets in a burst of light. The night sky is a promise, a gentle assurance that there is always more to discover, more to hope for, more to love. The darkness is not an absence, but a stage, a canvas, a playground for the universe's endless creativity. The next time you look up, remember that you are not just a spectator, but a participant in the great dance of light and shadow, a witness to the beauty and mystery of the cosmos. Tonight, as you rest, let the wonders of the night sky fill you with gratitude, with curiosity, with the quiet joy of being alive in a universe that is always changing, always surprising, always inviting you to dream. The night is never truly dark, for it is alive with wonders, waiting for you to look up and see. Not all light in the universe is meant for human eyes. Some of it is too faint, too distant, or too strange for us to see without help. Some of it is hidden, woven into wavelengths that slip past our senses, whispering their stories in the language of radio, infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. The night sky, to our eyes, is a gentle darkness scattered with stars. But to the universe itself, it is alive with hidden light, a symphony of energy, a tapestry of invisible brilliance that fills every corner of space. Imagine, for a moment, that you could see beyond the narrow band of visible light. The sky would transform before you. In the radio, you would see the slow, pulsing glow of cold hydrogen clouds, the gentle arcs of supernova remnants, the steady beacons of pulsars spinning. In the dark, in the infrared, the dust between the stars would shine, revealing the warm cradles where new stars are born, the hidden hearts of galaxies, the faint heat of planets circling distant suns. Ultraviolet light would show you the fierce young stars, blazing with energy, their radiation sculpting the clouds around them, carving out bubbles and pillars in the interstellar medium. X-rays would reveal the violence of the cosmos, the hot gas swirling around black holes, the shock waves of exploding stars, the fierce winds from clusters of massive suns. And in gamma rays, you would witness the universe's most extreme events. The death throes of massive stars, the collisions of neutron stars, the mysterious bursts that flash and fade in the blink of an eye. All of this hidden light is there, all the time, filling the universe with energy and information. It is the reason astronomers build telescopes that see in every wavelength, from the longest radio waves to the shortest gamma rays. Each kind of light tells a different story, reveals a different face of the cosmos. The universe is not just what we see, but what we can imagine, what we can detect, what we can dream. Even the darkness between the stars is not truly empty. It glows with the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background, a gentle whisper of heat left over from creation. It hums with the energy of particles and fields, with the subtle dance of quantum fluctuations, with the quiet presence of dark matter and dark energy. The night is never silent, never still, never truly dark. Sometimes the hidden light reveals itself in sudden, spectacular ways. A supernova explodes, flooding the sky with X-rays and gamma rays. A black hole devours a star, sending out jets of radio waves that travel for millions of years. A distant galaxy flares in the infrared, its heart obscured by dust but blazing with the birth of new stars. Each of these events is a reminder that the universe is alive with energy, with change, with possibility. But most of the time, the hidden light is gentle, patient, content to wait for those who know how to look. It is the background hum of existence, the quiet glow that fills the spaces between the stars, the promise that there is always more to discover. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is alive with light that we cannot see, with stories that we have yet to hear, with mysteries that are waiting to be revealed. As you lie here, let yourself imagine the universe's hidden light. Picture the sky as it would appear in radio, in infrared, in ultraviolet, in X-rays and gamma rays. Imagine the stories that are unfolding in every corner of the cosmos, the secrets that are waiting to be found. The darkness is not an absence, but a veil, a gentle curtain that invites you to look deeper, to wonder more, to dream beyond the limits of your sight. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember that you are seeing only a fraction of what is there. The universe is vast, and its light is endless. The darkness is never complete, never final, never the end of the story. It is an invitation, a gentle promise that there is always more to see, more to know, more to love. Tonight, as you rest, let the hidden light of the universe fill you with hope, with curiosity, with the quiet joy of being part of a cosmos that is always brighter, always richer, always more beautiful than you can imagine. The night is never truly dark, for the universe is always shining, always singing, always waiting for you to listen, to look, to dream. Imagine a place where light itself is trapped, where the fabric of space and time folds inward, and the darkness is deeper than anything you have ever known. This is the realm of black holes, the edge of darkness, the ultimate shadow in the universe. Black holes are not just empty spaces. They are places where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. They are the silent guardians of the cosmos, the keepers of secrets, the places where the story of the universe grows quiet and mysterious. Black holes begin as stars. When a massive star reaches the end of its life, it collapses under its own gravity, shrinking smaller and smaller until it forms a singularity, a point of infinite density, wrapped in a boundary called the event horizon. The event horizon is the edge of darkness, the point of no return. Anything that crosses it, matter, light, even time itself, is lost to the outside world, hidden forever in the black hole's silent embrace. To an outside observer, a black hole is invisible. It casts no light, reflects no color, gives no hint of its presence except for the way it bends the space around it. Yet, black holes are not completely hidden. As matter falls toward them, it heats up, swirling in a bright, violent disk called an accretion disk. This disk can shine with the energy of 1,000 suns, sending out X-rays and gamma rays that reveal the black hole's location, Sometimes black holes launch jets of particles at nearly the speed of light, shooting out into space like cosmic lighthouses, marking the edge of darkness with bursts of brilliance. But the true heart of a black hole remains hidden. The singularity is a place where our understanding of physics breaks down, where the known laws of nature dissolve into mystery. What happens inside a black hole? Does time stop? Does space fold in on itself? Are black holes gateways to other universes, or simply the end of the story? These are questions that haunt the minds of scientists and dreamers alike. Questions that remind us that the universe is always larger, always stranger, always more mysterious than we can imagine. Black holes are not rare. The universe is filled with them. Some the size of a single star, others millions or billions of times more massive, lurking at the centers of galaxies. Our own Milky Way has a supermassive black hole at its heart, a silent giant around which the entire galaxy spins. These cosmic shadows shape the evolution of galaxies, sculpting the flow of gas and stars, setting the rhythm of creation and destruction. Yet for all their darkness, black holes are also sources of light. The energy released as matter falls into a black hole can outshine entire galaxies, lighting up the universe in bursts of X-rays and radio waves. The collision of two black holes sends ripples through space and time, gravitational waves that travel across the cosmos, carrying the story of their union to distant worlds. Even in the deepest shadow there is movement, there is energy, there is the promise of discovery. The edge of darkness is not just a place in space, it is a place in the imagination. It is the boundary between what we know and what we long to understand, the horizon where science meets wonder, where questions become dreams. Black holes are reminders that the universe is not just a place of light, but a place of shadow, a place where the unknown waits, where the story is still being written. As you lie here, let yourself drift to the edge of darkness. Imagine the silent pull of a black hole, the way it bends the stars around it, the way it hides its secrets in the folds of space and time. Let yourself wonder what lies beyond the event horizon. What stories are waiting in the shadows? What mysteries are calling you to dream? The night sky is never truly dark, for even in the presence of black holes, there is light. Light that is bent, light that is transformed, light that is waiting to be found. The universe is a dance of brightness and shadow, of knowledge and mystery, of hope and humility. The edge of darkness is not an ending, but a beginning, a gentle invitation to explore, to question, to imagine. Tonight, as you rest, let the shadows of the universe fill you with curiosity, with awe, with the quiet joy of not knowing. The darkness is never complete, never final, never the end of the story. It is a doorway, a threshold, a promise that there is always more to see, more to learn, more to love. The edge of darkness is where the universe whispers its secrets, where the stars and shadows meet, where your dreams can take flight. Night is more than the absence of sunlight. It is a gentle invitation to let go, to drift, to dream. When the world grows quiet and the sky grows dark, something within us softens. The boundaries of the day dissolve, and the mind is free to wander, to imagine, to remember. The night is a place of dreams, not just the fleeting visions that visit us in sleep, but the deeper dreams that shape our hopes, our fears, our sense of wonder. In the darkness, we find a space for possibility, for healing, for the quiet work of the soul. As you lie in bed, the world outside your window is transformed. The familiar shapes of trees and rooftops become silhouettes, softened by moonlight or hidden in shadow. The air is cooler, the sounds are hushed, and the pace of life slows. The night is a time for reflection, for listening to the gentle rhythms of your own breath, for feeling the steady beat of your heart. It is a time to let go of the day's worries, to set aside the lists and the plans, and to surrender to the mystery of rest. Dreams come more easily in the dark. The mind, no longer tethered to the demands of daylight, begins to explore. Memories rise to the surface, some sweet, some bittersweet, all woven into the fabric of who you are. Hopes and fears mingle, stories unfold, and the imagination takes flight. In dreams, you can visit distant worlds, speak with loved ones long gone, solve problems that seemed impossible, or simply float in a sea of color and sensation. The night is a canvas, and your mind is the artist, painting with the colors of memory and desire. But the night is not just a place for sleep. It is a time for wonder, for looking up at the stars and feeling the vastness of the universe. It is a time for questions, for curiosity, for the gentle ache of wanting to know more. The darkness is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of stories waiting to be told, full of dreams waiting to be dreamed. The night sky, with its endless depth and quiet beauty, is a reminder that you are part of something larger, something eternal, something filled with hope. Throughout history, people have turned to the night for inspiration. Poets have written verses by candlelight. Lovers have whispered secrets beneath the stars. Philosophers have pondered the meaning of existence in the quiet hours before dawn. The night is a companion, a confidant, a source of comfort and creativity. It is a place where the soul can rest, where the heart can heal, where the mind can play. Even the act of falling asleep is a kind of surrender, a leap of faith into the unknown. You close your eyes, trusting that you will wake again, trusting that the world will still be there, trusting that your dreams will carry you safely through the darkness. Sleep is a gift, a chance to renew, to restore, to begin again. The night is never truly dark, for it is illuminated by the light of your own dreams, by the quiet glow of hope and possibility. As you rest, let the night hold you. Let it wrap you in its gentle arms, soothe your worries, and invite you to dream. Let your mind wander, let your heart open, let your spirit soar. The darkness is not something to fear, but something to cherish. A reminder that every ending is a beginning, that every night is a promise of dawn, that every dream is a step on the journey of becoming. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, remember that you are not alone. All over the world, people are dreaming of love, of adventure, of peace, of home. The night connects us across time and space, across cultures and generations. It is a place where we are all dreamers, all travelers, all children of the gentle, dark. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is filled with the light of a million dreams. Each one is a star, a hope, a promise. The universe is waiting, and your dreams are part of its story. So close your eyes, let go, and let the night carry you into the gentle, endless world of dreams. Since the dawn of language, the night sky has been a canvas for the stories of humanity. Before science, before telescopes, before even the written word, people looked up and saw not just stars, but meaning. The darkness above was alive with gods and monsters, heroes and lovers, omens and dreams. Every culture, every tribe, every family has woven its own myths into the fabric of the night, turning the sky into a living memory, a map of wonder and belonging. Imagine a time when the only light after sunset was the flicker of a fire. The world beyond the circle of warmth was vast and unknown, and the sky above was a mystery. In that darkness, the stars became companions, guides for travelers, clocks for farmers, storytellers for children. The constellations were not just patterns, but characters in an endless play. Orion the hunter, chasing the Pleiades across the heavens. The Great Bear, circling the pole. The Milky Way, a river of souls, a path for gods, a bridge between worlds. In ancient Greece, the night sky was a stage for the dramas of Olympus. The gods placed their favorites among the stars, immortalizing their triumphs and tragedies. In Egypt, the stars were the souls of the dead, sailing with Ra through the underworld. In China, the sky was a great tapestry, each star a thread in the emperor's robe, each constellation a symbol of fate and fortune. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia saw the dark spaces between the stars as emus and serpents, their stories written not in light, but in shadow. The night sky was also a calendar, a compass, a guide for survival. The rising of Sirius marked the flooding of the Nile. The appearance of certain constellations signaled the time to plant or harvest, to hunt or to rest. The stars were teachers, their lessons passed down through generations, their wisdom woven into the rhythms of daily life. But the sky was more than practical. It was a place of longing, of hope, of memory. Lovers promised to meet under the same stars, no matter how far apart. Warriors prayed to the heavens before battle. Parents told their children that the souls of the departed watched over them from above. The night was a time for stories, for dreams, for the gentle work of remembering. As centuries passed and science grew, the myths did not disappear. They changed shape, finding new life in poetry, in art, in the quiet moments when we look up and feel small and connected all at once. The constellations still carry their ancient names, their stories echoing in the language of astronomers and dreamers alike. The night sky is a living archive, a memory palace where the past is always present, where every star is a reminder of those who have come before. Even now, in a world of city lights and glowing screens, the night sky calls to us. We gather for meteor showers, for eclipses, for the rare dance of planets. We make wishes on shooting stars. We search for meaning in the patterns above. The myths may be quieter, but they are not gone. They live in the stories we tell our children, in the songs we sing, in the silent awe that fills us when we see the Milky Way on a dark, clear night. Memory, too, is written in the stars. The sky you see tonight is not the same as the one your ancestors saw, but it is connected by light, by time, by wonder. The photons that touch your eyes began their journey long ago, carrying with them the memory of creation, the echo of ancient fires. When you look up, you are looking back, not just in distance, but in history, in story, in the shared experience of being human. As you lie here, let the myths and memories of the night sky fill you with peace. Remember the stories you have heard, the dreams you have dreamed, the moments you have felt the world grow larger and more mysterious. The darkness above is not empty. It is full of meaning, full of hope, full of the gentle presence of all who have ever wondered. The night sky is never truly dark, for it is alive with memory, with myth, with the quiet promise that you are part of something vast and beautiful. The stories of the stars are your stories. The dreams of the night are your dreams. The gentle darkness is your home. Tonight, as you rest, let the sky hold your memories, your questions, your wonder. The universe is waiting, and the next story is always about to begin. Here, at the end of our journey, the night grows soft and deep. The stars have told their stories, the galaxies have spun their ancient dances, and the light has traveled its long, patient journey to reach you. The edge of darkness is not an ending, but a gentle pause, a place to rest, to breathe, to dream. It is the quietest corner of the cosmos, where the questions grow still and the heart finds peace. Imagine yourself lying beneath the open sky, the world hushed around you, the air cool and calm. Above, the universe stretches on and on, a velvet tapestry stitched with stars. Each one is a lullaby, a note in the music of creation, a gentle promise that you are not alone. The edge is close tonight, not far away in the unreachable beyond, but here, within your own quiet wonder. Let the silence of the universe wrap around you like a blanket. Feel the slow turning of the earth, the soft pull of gravity, the steady rhythm of your breath. You are part of the cosmos, a child of stardust, a traveler on the road to infinity. The edge is not a place to fear, but a place to cherish. A gentle reminder that you belong to something vast and beautiful. As you rest, listen for the lullaby of the cosmos. It is the hum of atoms, the whisper of light, the soft sigh of galaxies drifting apart. It is the memory of the first dawn, the echo of the oldest light, the promise of new beginnings. The universe sings in silence, in darkness, in the spaces between stars. Its song is patient, timeless, full of hope. The edge is a place of dreams. It is where the mind drifts beyond the boundaries of the known, where the heart dares to hope, where the soul finds its wings. In dreams, you can cross any horizon, visit any world, ask any question. The edge becomes a playground, a canvas for your imagination, a place where anything is possible. Tonight, let your thoughts drift with the stars. Imagine the galaxies spinning in their slow, graceful waltz. Imagine the light traveling for billions of years, carrying stories from the farthest reaches of time. Imagine the universe as a great, gentle ocean, its waves lapping softly at the shore of your mind. The edge is not a line, but a feeling, a sense of wonder, a breath of peace, a whisper of infinity. The cosmic lullaby is not just for the stars. It is for you. It is the comfort of knowing that you are part of a story that began long before you and will continue long after. It is the joy of belonging to a universe that is always growing, always changing, always inviting you to dream. It is the peace of resting at the edge, of letting go of questions, of trusting that the journey is enough. As you drift towards sleep, let the universe hold you. Let the edge cradle your dreams. Let the stars guard your rest. Let the silence fill you with calm. The night is long, but you are safe. The cosmos is vast, but you are home. The edge is always near, always waiting, always ready to welcome you back. In this quiet moment, know that you are not alone. All over the world, people are listening to the same lullaby, dreaming the same dreams, asking the same questions. The edge connects us across time and space, across cultures and generations. It is the place where our stories begin and where they are always unfolding. The universe is a gentle teacher. It reminds you that every ending is a beginning, that every edge is a doorway, that every night is a promise of dawn. The cosmic lullaby is a song of hope, a melody of wonder, a hymn to the infinite. It is the music of the spheres, the poetry of the stars, the gentle hum of existence. So rest now, traveler. Let the edge of the universe be your pillow, the stars your blanket, the silence your song. Let the questions wait until morning. Let the dreams carry you beyond the horizon. Let the peace of the cosmos fill your heart. The journey is never finished. The story is never complete. The adventure is always just beginning. Sleep well, gentle soul. The universe is with you, whispering its secrets, singing its lullaby, inviting you to dream of edges and horizons, of journeys and homecomings, of infinity and love. Tonight, as you close your eyes, know that you are resting at the edge, not just of the universe, but of possibility, of wonder, of hope. The cosmic lullaby will carry you through the night, and when you wake, the edge will still be there, waiting for your next question, your next dream, your next gentle step into the unknown.